we call him chairperson.
Get ready, please.
He won't like that. Next year. So he is a very experienced umpire, and he will be setting this race off between these two club winners' eights. There they go. Easy on the first stroke, nothing too much, just keep your blades buried, get that first stroke underway, then you can begin your wind. So what are they going up to, mid-40s, Sarah?
Absolutely, in the 8, you're wanting to be up in the mid to high 40s coming out of the blocks. Steering a pretty good line coming here past the island. We've seen a few crews get pushed across, but Coxon right on the money here. London Rowing Club A taking a fast and pretty controlled start to take almost half a length in this very early stage over Tideway Scullers Sch.
That's crazy, because if you look at the Palmares of the Tideway Scullers Sch, you know, they've got Tess Peake there, who's a under-19 world champion last year in the stroke seat. She took the British 8 to a gold medal, I think, in front of Germany. That was the year when I think Britain won the sort of under-23 eights and under-19 eights and the senior eights as well. So Scullers will probably regret that slow start, because you don't want to give away that much on the Henley course.
Absolutely not, and especially not in an 8. Being able to get that momentum early is really, really critical as we get a look there at the London Rowing Club crew. In the 5 seat, Gabriella Morton. Her sister's going to be racing here this week, so both of her sisters actually. So Eva Morton is racing for Shawnigan Lake in the Diamond Jubilee Challenge Cup, and Samantha Morton is racing for Australia in the Hambledon Pairs. She's just been named as a spare for the Olympic team.
That is fantastic for her. So how come she's racing for Australia and you've got her sister here racing for London Rowing Club? I guess she's just over for the action.
Yes, well, I guess one at Shawnigan Lake, one for Australia, and then one at London Rowing Club. It's quite a mix there across the Morton family, but great to see all 3 of the sisters racing here this week.
Mia Don, the 28-year-old with the red cap, up in the bow seat. She's a software engineer, and she's also the club captain of Tideway Scullers. And then in the 4 seat, you've got Kyla Engelman, who is an Australian from the Gold Coast. Never actually been there, but gather it's very nice, Sarah. And she is the powerhouse in the middle of that boat. Scullers have stopped the rots. They kind of have to get back a little bit of clear water to get the overlap on London. But I have to say, that London crew look really sweet, really cohesive. Front end's really nice, just easy off the back end. A lot of flow in that boat, and credit to Stuart Heap, who's done an incredible job with London Rowing Club this year.
This crew from London Rowing Club at the Metropolitan Regatta on the Sunday, they were 5th in the Champ 8 time trial and 6th in the Champ 8A final, whereas the Tideway Scullers Sch were 3rd in the B final. So we probably would have expected on that sort of form earlier in the season that maybe London Rowing Club would be able to show up and do this, but I mean, they really came out with the task in mind, didn't they, Crossy? Blasted out of the start, and look, I mean, that's what they seem to want to do early, is establish an early race lead and try and shut Tideway Scullers Sch down early. Yeah,
completely, Sarah. And I think if you know that, you've got the advantage over your opposition. I mean, okay, you don't know how much speed that Scullers might put on since those regattas at Dorney Lake, but now the London Rowing Club crew, as we pass the halfway point in this race, moving very sweetly away. And well, if they do win this race, they are going to have a really tough contest against one of the selected crews, Riverside Boat Club of the USA. The Boston-based club awaits the winner of this race. So let's have a look from our drone as we go down this Henley course, and then you'll probably get an idea of just how far those crews have got to race as our drone pulls out. And you can see going right down that course there, buoyed on each side, happened at the end of the 19th century to stop the thousands of punts and boats and gigs and wherries encroaching on the course. And crews lost races because they were hit by a boat who would trespass across the line, and it was just seen as tough luck then, and you didn't get a rerow or anything.
We've seen a few boats come a cropper on that boom over the years, and even this week, in the last couple of days, it can be pretty daunting steering up against it. I don't know why. I mean, you don't particularly want to hit a buoy. We see crews get their blades caught in the oar, but it feels somewhat more definitive. If you come up against a boom, you're not going to come away from it in particularly good shape. But back to what's happening here on the screen, it is London Rowing Club A that still has a lead, and it is becoming a more commanding lead as they head down the track. In the 3-seat, Elizabeth Cottrell, she has attended 4 previous Henley Royal Regattas. She's the captain of London Rowing Club from 2022 until now. Sitting in that 3-seat, no doubt driving her crew along as they have a very commanding victory. We're riding there at the water level. Great shot at the bow and looking at the back of Georgia Heller-Tim.
I love that because you can just see that little pause at the back end, the flow off the back end, and then the bodies rock over and they just keep that boat running on. And that vibrancy is something which isn't quite there in Scullers 8. There isn't quite the control, the stillness at the back end. Maybe, you know, not the erg scores or the power that these women in the London Rowing Club 8 have got. A lot of youngsters in the Scullers 8. Alice Metcalf is 18, Sophie Burkhart's just 19, Allegra O'Sullivan is 19, Annie Berghocker's 19, and then Stroke Tessa Peak's 19. And I guess we're looking at the London Rowing Club women who are more mature. That's the difference that age will make. What's your opinion on the sunglasses?
I think it depends what you like. Really is personal preference. I mean, it would just about have to be pitch black for me to not race with sunnies, but some people don't like to wear them. They don't like that they, you know, fog up or whatever. But for me, it really helped kind of get in the zone and focus my attention. So I like wearing them.
I have heard it said that, you know, if you're going to put the faces of rowers on the screen and get close in action, you want to see what's going on their face, and you don't want them hiding behind sunglasses. That would be very difficult on sunny days, I guess.
Yeah. How close can you really get with the camera, though?
Yeah. Well, there's our camera on the progress board. We're getting a good look at the crew from London Rowing Club A in this heat of the Wargrave Challenge Cup as they progress towards the finish ahead of their opponents from Tideway Scullers. Scullers have given them a good, honest race. London's still racing towards the finish line, but that nice fluidity and flow. London Rowing Club A crew take that heat of the Wargrave Challenge Cup. They will face Riverside Boat Club of the USA, as we said in commentary. Tideway Scullers come across the line. Confirmation in the Wargrave Challenge Cup. London Rowing Club A crew beat Tideway Scullers Sch.